Hi, my name is Brett Beamer from Softwit Media, and this is part two of a three-part series covering the topic of using Scribe SEO, Inbound Writer, and Zamanta as interactive writing tools to improve articles, get better results, and so forth. I'm actually working on this particular article. In the earlier videos, it was an article that started out as a bit of a turkey, and we're trying to use these tools to actually make it better. So in the last video, we used Inbound Writer, an interactive tool that helped us flesh out this article a little bit more. We took our score in Inbound Writer from a 52 to a 78 and made a number of improvements all over the place. In this video, we're going to focus on Scribe. Scribe isn't as much of an interactive tool as Inbound Writer is, or Zamanta for that matter, but it does review your entire article as well as your all-in-one SEO fields, or depending on what theme you might be using, the SEO fields that you have filled out, essentially your SEO title and your description, to try to determine how Google might look at this particular thing. And in past review, we'd actually scored pretty well with Scribe already. We had a couple items. We had a keyword analysis that was performed by Scribe, and it showed us in that keyword analysis that we were hitting on three primary keywords: SEO, Scribe, and blog. To a certain extent, this is about Scribe SEO, so that these two were on target, but the blog one was a little off topic. Yes, it is about blogging, but it's more about writing. And in particular, it's about the three different tools that we're talking about: Zamanta, Inbound Writer, and so forth. So I'm hoping to see if Scribe makes some improvements in its analysis. I have seen in the past that sometimes with Scribe, if you can get up to a 95%, you're probably going to do well with this article in attracting people, but it may not always meet their expectations when they get there if it doesn't read well. Scribe helps quite a bit that way. I think Inbound Writer is going to help a little bit more. And we can also see there's an outstanding tip that we need to add some more hyperlinks and more resources, sources, so forth and so on. Now, this article is actually increased. When this was run, it was 1,200 words. I think there are a few more words in this article now. The word count's up an additional to 1313, so we actually need about 5 hyperlinks, 5 more links out to help Google and Scribe as it tries to emulate Google better understand what's going on here, what this is about. As I come in here, I'm going to do a couple different things. And I'm going to look to see if I've got a link to something referring to Blog World for one, and that'll give me a hyperlink opportunity. And I'm going to see if Scribe can actually help in this regard, because Scribe has a link building tool that helps me do some research. So let's hit the research button for Scribe link building. It's going to pull up a couple different items. It's going to pull up some of the keywords, and I'm just going to add each of those. Scribe and SEO. So pull up our primaries. It only offers you your primaries. And I'm going to take a first look through this. These are looking at external links that are not on one of my websites. And Scribe SEO is actually from Copyblogger Media. So let's just go with the new version. So I'm going to copy a link address straight from here. Off to that. So there's 2 links. We need 2 to 3 more links, and now we've got some links. So let's do a little bit more analysis. We'll hit the analyze button again. Now Scribe, it kind of works like cell phone minutes. Every time you hit this analyze button, it uses up a minute. And I happen to have a plan that gives me, I don't know, 3 or 4 dozen evaluations is what they call it when it's analyzing for each month. And I pay for that service and have been for going on 2 years now. Now it says that I contain 10 hyperlinks, so they've added a lot of text. I'm still a little shy. This isn't interactive entirely, so I've got 1,347 words. So if I divide that by 120, how many links is it that I really need? I kind of wish that Scribe just told you exactly, how many more you need to hit it out of the park. So 1,347 divided by 120. That's 11 links. So I'm still a link, throw in a fraction, maybe a link and a half short of what I need to max this out. Let's also take a look at our keywords in Scribe. Again, we're still hitting the same primary keywords. It hasn't pulled in our others, Zamanta and Inbound Writer, but interactive writing is moving up a little bit as something that's possibly significant, as is search engine optimization. So quick note, Scribe does show us some things that could be keywords. So it's telling us it's not from choice. It's saying based on the way that you've written this article, these are your keywords. If you wanted to have a different keyword, go back and make some changes. That's kind of where Inbound Writer comes in and helps you figure out how to make those changes. This tells you, this is kind of the objective look of how Google's going to look at it. Inbound Writer that can then kind of guide you through it. It does also tell you some of the search frequency potential of the keywords you're covering. Now, the keyword blog has a lot of search frequency. Well, if I were to magically rank #1 for the keyword blog, I'd bring people to this article all day long and they would not find what they're looking for because it's a very generic search phrase. Similarly, while psychic blog may be high in search, that's also not something that I want to even come close to rating for, and neither do I want to hit some of these others like radio blog or build a blog or bad girls blog or worse. While this is helpful, it's not exactly on target. As I look at the keyword Scribe, this helps as well. I'm not necessarily looking for Scribe Digital, it's probably something else. I'm looking for Scribe SEO, and that's a much more narrow focus. So I do like the way Inbound Writer does that a little bit better than what Scribe does these days. But it does ultimately help me get a sense of things if this is the only tool that I'm using. Now, interactive writing, that does have high keyword frequency, so it might be worth my while to cover that topic a little bit more. One of the things that I do kind of like about Scribe is it gives me some tags that I can use. It pulls out some of those keywords, and I can copy those. I hit Control C or just come in and copy those. I'm going to keep those in buffered for just a second. It gives me a quick look at how my article is likely to appear in the SERPs. One of the key things is, does my description sell this article to get people to come here? And as I read this, I don't think it does. I don't think that really, I don't think that's doing much for me. And then overall, it gives me some best practices and ways that I can go through and improve this whole article quite a bit more. So what do I need to do? I need to make sure that I've got some of these tags added. So I'm going to copy and paste those in, make sure I don't have any extra space or anything like that. This is just the meta tags. These aren't terribly important, but hey, when it's that easy, when all you have to do is copy and paste, what's an extra step? We'll come up here and I'm going to grab a little text. This is something that I added while I was editing things, and I want to see if I can find a way to get these in here. So get better blog results with 3, we'll put the number in there, interactive writing plugins, video tutorials, because these videos that I'm making are going to be here, something like that. We'll add the exclamation point. So we're really going to sell this article a little bit. So we come back and we hit update just to make sure our work is saved. I'm also going to drop that into my excerpt. Oops, I probably did that a half second too slow. As you can see, it's still updating. My internet connection might have slowed down for a half a second there. So let me see, did my excerpt go in? Okay, we'll drop that in. Now I need 2 more links in here to really max this out. And let's see if we can find something to help there. Let's one more time go back to my own internal links, because I've covered Scribe before. Let's pull up a couple links from my own site and do some deep linking. Linked out, I've shared the love with Copyblogger even. Let's make sure I've got my own site covered a little bit. So we'll come in and grab a tag. So we'll give some love to one of my own tags. Let's go back and pop open Inbound Writer just to see if anything's changed there. Search engine optimization, I believe, has come down by 1 point or so, but we're still scoring very well. It's a little harder to score a perfect in Inbound Writer as compared to Scribe SEO, but let's hit the Analyze button one more time and see if we can max the Scribe Content Optimizer out with a perfect 100%. Sometimes you can do it, sometimes you can't. It becomes an effort of diminishing returns, especially since you're paying for each one of those button pushes. It's not expensive. We're talking 30 to 40 cents a push. There's our 100. From Scribe's perspective, the content meets all of our SEO, their recommendations. So the real question is, are we on target? It's a little difficult to tell in this particular article because it's got a varied focus, but as we come in here, results is up now, blog is down. I like that. Scribe and SEO are still in there. Interactive writing is getting stronger, but I like the fact that results is in there now too. So we've made some strides with this, And I've got a feeling, especially after I load the videos into this particular article that I'm making right now, this article is going to be very useful for a lot of people, and it's really going to hit it out of the park. I've got 1,300 words, a lot of useful information, 3 awesome tools that get good results, and videos on how to use them. It just doesn't get any better than that.